Today I've been invited down to try 3 different electric cars. One of them actually has over 500 brake horsepower. Oh! Another one actually has a guitar built into it. And I'm not even joking. And the other one just has dolphin skin on the inside. Look at that! Are you personally going to be sold on electric cars by the end of today's video? Or are the hippie guitar strings going to scare you off? Let's find out.
This car stood right next to me, or parked right next to me, more like it. Might look like your everyday dad wagon. You know, your village-friendly dad who does his daily commute on the M40, up and down it, to his 9-to-5 job, where he gets back home and he gets shouted at by his wife. Not only is it that car, but it also has an outrageous brake horsepower figure. And we have actually got the keys to it! Woo! So this car right here is the BYD Seal, and it's the Excellence model, which is the all-wheel drive, top of the range Seal. And it even has a little subtle flex, you know. It has 3.8 seconds on the back of the car because they want to reiterate that you're going to get smoked, mate. Ridiculous that they're handing out smoke like this. Now, there's a reason why it's 3.8 seconds, and it's because this car actually has 523 brake horsepower to all wheels of the car. This car has more brake horsepower than my M240 completely stock. I might as well go cry. You know, that's big enough to fit a dog in. Not that you would put a dog in here. Whoa! Oh my God. The door handles come out. It looks absolutely stunning in BYD. Jeez, it feels like I'm in a cinema. Look at the size of that screen. As a 23-year-old guy, there's only one thing I want to watch on this screen while I'm driving. Oh, getting in the back. Wow. Oh my God. You know what? I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to have to work hard so my kids... Oh, that is incredible. It even has ambient lighting in the back here. Why? I'm whipping in like a... This is like a literal chauffeur car. Wow, look at the legroom I've got back here. I'm actually being a proper car review. Look at this. I'm even doing that little test. Look at that pan roof. This is impressive to me. That pan roof literally goes from the back of the car to the front of the car. Why? It's basically convertible at that point. They should just call this a convertible. Honest to God. I'm actually getting too gassed. What do you guys think about the car? I actually think it's absolutely stunning. It's minimalistic, but at the same time, you've got all these things like the ambient lighting, you've got the pan roof. Stunning, guys. Absolutely stunning. So literally, this car is... Oh! This car is a different caliber to anything I've ever been in. Have I... It is literally like having a girlfriend in the car. She's nagging me about the car behind me. Look at that pan roof, though. Imagine watching the stars with the one you love. That sounds really romantic. Whew. Guys, are you seeing what you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? I know this isn't new technology or anything, but look at that. Oh my God. We've got a spin screen. Oh, look at that. I've got a McLaren 720S. That's what a McLaren 720S does. I'll take it. I come from a car that pops and bangs so loud it blows the cat off the car. But the way that it's so peaceful in here, you know, it's just different. Like, got the aircon running. Look, it feels like Beethoven is in the car with me. Just the calmness in this car. I think this is what maybe I'm just getting older. Maybe I am. This is the car though that like does it all. This is like an RS6 of like the modern day world, if you think about it. I mean, we're almost running 523 brake horsepower. It's family wagon. This is literally what is going to be the RS6 of the next generation. So we've actually got a straight right here. Let's actually feel this power. Oh! Bro, it's got my heart racing. I wish they had a heart rate monitor in here because then you could see that my heart's going. We'll spin back around and we'll do that again because that was... Oof. You know what? My facial expression should show you. That's actually ridiculous. How there's no noise whatsoever and that just drags you out of a corner. This isn't even just a car that, you know, you can just daily commute and it's no fun. That is crazy. I mean, the steering's nice and light. I mean, look at how it's handling around and then it just powers out of the corner. 523 brake horsepower in an all-wheel drive electric car. To have that performance in a car this caliber, it's the juxtapose. It's literally putting an extremely powerful car with a silent motor, or whatever this electric stuff is.
Now, of course, guys, if you guys are at all interested in the BYD Seal or any of the BYD range, or even further, any used car in the market, there is, of course, one tool you need to use. And that is, of course, Car Vertical. Car Vertical will scan through an entire car's history and tell you everything about it, such as mileage. It will tell you if the mileage of that car has ever been tampered with. Car Vertical will also tell you if there's any outstanding finance on the car or any legal problems. And last but not least, it's definitely the most scary thing. Car Vertical will tell you if there's been crash damage before. And in some cases, it will even show you pictures of the damage to show you exactly what went wrong. So with Car Vertical, you can have peace of mind when shopping it in the used car market. Click the link in the description and use code TOSS for 20% off your reports, guys. These reports could save you thousands.
Right, let's flip this screen back. Look at that. Whoa, that's crazy. But look how nice it handles as well, because, you know, I'm not taking this ridiculously quick, but like, I'm not uncomfortable. And then we can power out of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my tummy. Honest to God, my tummy actually feels a bit funny. Now, would I switch to a car like this completely? Probably not. However, if I had another, like, for example, at this time and place, if I had another petrol car, 100%, I'd have this as like the daily, and then my petrol car is the fun weekend car. Because like, this also is pretty ridiculous. For the most part though, just cruising around and just like this. Like, it's actually quite nice for once not to have the music on and be quite peaceful. Like this is the one car that I wouldn't need music on for. It's very, very peaceful in it. The only thing you can really hear, a little bit of road noise, which is obviously going to be normal, but the vents. Let me know what you guys think about it.
Now, when I say that this car is pretty much the RS6 of the electric world, I really mean it. Now, of course, it's lacking all the drama of the pops and bangs, the exhaust blare, and the engine rattling the car away, but the fact that you could go around track listening to Beethoven and classical music, really relax, have the AC on, it's a different world to an RS6. Of course, I'd probably prefer the RS6, but a lot of people out there might prefer this. The next keys I got from BYD is to their Atto 3. And this is basically their fully electric SUV car, and is literally on the autism spectrum. Just wait until you see some of the weird things about this car.
BYD have actually made the most uninteresting car one of the most interesting. This car was literally the kid that picked his nose at the back of class. I know it don't look interesting, but let me get you inside of this. Now, on the inside of this car, well, even the outside, I don't know who spec'd this car. I don't know if they were blind or what, but it's green outside with a blue inside. So it's an extremely weird car, but it doesn't just stop there. Look at these air vents. These air vents are like little flippers, you know what I mean? Or like little CDs. They're the weirdest air vents I've ever seen in my entire life. And you've got this nice little clicky thing, which you control the vents with. Oh, it's just really, really bizarre. But I actually really dig it. As well as this, if you used to play Guitar Hero back in the day when you were younger, like me, I mean, literally, they have guitar strings as little door bins. Listen, you can actually play something on it. Listen, let me take my mic off. What? And it doesn't get any less weird on the front of the car. Now, in the front of the car, it's pretty weird because you've got the guitar strings as well. You've got the air vents also. You've got a gear selector that looks like it's out of a World War II aeroplane. Not only that, you've got a screen that rotates. Look at that! Why? And not only that, with everything else of this car, which is just so odd. Like the flipping, like this looks like a fish skin or something. It's just odd. And not only that, how you actually open the doors is by grabbing this and pulling. When you get stuck in traffic on the M40, you know, You're going to be like, is someone playing the guitar? And there's going to be a BYD Atto sat next to you going... It's mad, it's actually crazy. But you know what, I rate it highly. It's a really funky car. Really funky. But I really like it. The door, I've never ever seen door handles like this, guys. I even had to ask the geezer, where do I open the door from? So overall, a massive fan of this car. Without further ado, let's actually take it on the road. I think it's actually time to start this car. Foot on brake, start. And look at that. Oi, that is a nice little party trick, you know. Very cliche. I don't even know what that word means, but it sounds like it's right for this car. It's very funky, very weird, but yeah, car's already started. You can't even hear it because it's fully electric. Foot on brake, and look, I would never be able to do something like this in my BMW. That's why a 4x4 is just great. So yeah, once we're on the road, we can do off-roading, we can actually go on-road. Yeah, this car is just so weirdly interesting. It's trying to be different, guys, and I absolutely love it. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams. I absolutely love that. I don't know, just having a car this funky that you can play the guitars while you're driving, it's better than having a boring car that doesn't have any character to it whatsoever. This car at least has a bit of character to it. This interior is so quirky though. Look at this. Blue, red, black, and the cream in one car. I don't know who spec'd this car, but it's interesting to say the least. Now I don't know if I'm getting old. I don't know if I'm getting older or not, but the SUV life is definitely a bit of me. X3M, just love a big car, you know. Just the fact that you're superior to everybody, looking down on everyone. It's just a little bit of me, you know. Listen, I've got to compensate somewhere. So having a bigger car and a louder car is just something I've got to do. Oh wow, this car, oh look, and the sunroof. Yeah, that is amazing. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting boring now. I feel like I'm actually quite liking life where, you know, there's not an exhaust blaring in my ear or the engine like rattling away. Like, this is just nice and quiet. This is probably the most peaceful I've felt in a long time. It's so quiet, it's just relaxing. Some people might find it extremely weird how this car looks and all the quirky features of it, but I absolutely love it. It stands out, it makes conversation in a way. A Tesla is so minimalistic compared to this. Other cars like Tesla, they're so minimalistic compared to something like this. I know some weird people who would love this car, I can't even lie.
So that was actually the Atto 3. Absolutely a fan of this car, and I think it's just because my autism really vibrated on the same frequency as this car. I think we're both just weird. So the next car and last car we are actually driving is the BYD Dolphin. This car is the smallest and hatchback version of the BYD range, and pretty much it's actually really boring compared to the other two. However, it does everything you need it to. It's just a small little hatchback, pretty much the Volkswagen Golf GTI of the electric world, or at least the BYD range.
Car guy's dream today. They're just handing me keys left, right and centre. I love it. So this is pretty much the Atto 3, but just the smaller hatchback version. Now this car is basically the electric Golf. I actually prefer the other one because it was a lot more quirky than this. This is very laid back, smooth, cool, blacked out interior. What's really cool about this Dolphin one though is inside the light it actually says build your dreams. Look at that, guys. Constantly reminding you to build on your dreams. Get one life on this earth. This car speaks for itself. The gear selector is this thing right here, and you put it into drive like that, put it into reverse like that, park it like that. It's crazy. Ooh, this is a bit of me, you know. Just sporty little hatchback. Like, that's literally all the cars I've had. So, again, very quirky. You got the gear gator right here, but really. But it's also very sleek at the same time, which I absolutely love. And you got power when you need it. Let's do a quick test of the power here. Oh, Whoa, that gets up to speed very, very quickly. I definitely prefer the Seal over this car, but this car, you know, the panoramic roof, the massive touchscreen, in a hatchback that's all electric, peaceful to drive, and you got the power right there. But yeah, it's so nice on it. It would be nice if it was black pack. It was everything stealthed out, black paint. It'd be really, really. I think that's the only fit. If I was to get one, it'd be like everything black. Right, 30 miles per hour. Let's get up to speed now. Oh, so plenty of power. Okay. Couldn't even put it all down there because there was a truck in front, but. Guys, an absolute massive thank you to BYD for actually letting me out in their cars today. Honestly, that Seal and that Atto, the SUV one, really, really caught my eye. I could honestly see myself with that Seal. But anyway, if you guys want to check the BYD range, it'll be linked in the description. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you faces in my next video.